Alas, poor Frodo has been injured. We need to get him off to Rivendell. Now that we have a horse, we can actually just run into some of these bushes and destroy them rather quickly. This is not the first time we're going to have a horse, by the way, which is A-okay, and that's awesome. I love how they had to add the surfboard in there. That was awesome. So the horses can get slightly a little tricky to control just because the angles of movement are obviously different because the horses are longer, but it's alright. Yes, I don't want to cross the river yet, so that's no big deal. And the Lego horses even make horsey noises. That is cool. Horsey, work with me here. There we go.
Where am I?
You are in the house of Elrond.
Gandalf.
Yes, I'm here.
What happened, Gandalf?
I was delayed. There is only one Lord of the Ring. And he does not share power.
Frodo! Frodo! Sam, bless you, you're awake!
Sam must hardly lift your side. By the skills of Lord Elrond, you're beginning to mend.
Welcome to Rivendell, Frodo Baggins.
Alright, so we're in Rivendell with Frodo and Sam with this trusty frying pan. It won't let me rotate the camera just yet, but that's okay. I believe we want to go down. Yep, there we go. Like I said before, sometimes these guide studs can get rather tricky and turn suddenly. Well, hello, elves. How are you doing? How polite of you all to wave. So we have another mapstone here in Rivendell. This is our fourth one, I believe. Yep, the fourth one. We don't want to travel there because we just got here. Whoop, go up. Up and down the stairs, this place is. Hi! Whoop. I see a bunch of studs! That's supposed to Sam with his trusty frying pan. Sam is awesome in this game. He's one of my favorites, which is actually somewhat surprising because honestly, if I have to confess, I didn't really like him in the movies. I'm not sure why, but something about him just utterly creeped me out. But I'm certainly glad this game has made me change my mind, because after rethinking about certain scenes in the movie, I'm like, yeah, why didn't I warm up to this guy? So down we go to the meeting room area.
Strangers from distant lands, friends of old, you've been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor.
What are we waiting for?
It is a gift. A gift to the foes of Mordor. Why not use this ring?
You cannot wield it. None of us can. The One Ring answers to Sauron alone.
And what would a ranger know of this matter?
This is no mere ranger. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You owe him your allegiance.
Gondor needs no king.
The ring is altogether evil.
It must be taken deep into Mordor and cast back into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins.
You have my sword. And you have my bow.
And my axe.
If this is indeed the will of the Council, then Gondor will see it done.
Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me.
We're coming too!
9 companions. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Bilbo!
Here's a pretty thing. Mithril. As light as a feather and as hard as dragon scales. My old sword, Sting. The blade glows blue when orcs are close. And it's times like that, my lad, when you have to be extra careful.
The Ring-Bearer is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom.
The Fellowship awaits the Ring-Bearer.
Mordor, Gandalf. Is it left or right?
Left.
So now we have a whole slew of characters on our side, and if you notice now that Frodo has stylized hearts instead, he actually now has double health. And we get a trophy for actually witnessing that cutscene. That is a non-missable trophy, so you'll automatically get it at this point. I'm not sure why they left out the line about Frodo offering to take the ring. I felt the scene there was a bit cheapened by the lack of it. But yet, and I know, obviously, compression for time, and you can't show everything considering the movies are absurdly long. Not that that's entirely a bad thing. But how they, while they're waiting for Frodo, they kept in the part where you see Legolas actually combing Gimli's beard for the sake of humor. They put that in there. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. But anyway, now that we actually have an archer on our team, we need to shoot these targets in order to pass across this river. So make the stones fall. Because none of our characters can actually swim. Thankfully in this game though, once you have a target that is shootable, like this, the cursor, at least in the PS3, tends to lock onto it once you get near it, so you don't have to be terribly precise with your aiming. Once you get close enough, it kind of tends to gravitate toward that spot. And I found that if you have successive targets, if you fire quickly enough, it will actually automatically target the second one as well. Not all the time, but it can be useful. So let's just keep on trucking. Let's see if I can actually get it to happen here. With Legolas, yeah, if you get too close to something that you can't hit with a bow, because it's obviously a ranged weapon, he'll automatically pull out his daggers instead. So at least he is able to fire at close range as well as distance.
We must take the Pass of Caradhras.
Boromir,
the ring to Frodo. I cannot.
So up through the mountains we must go. Now most of these characters will actually have a use for. But first, let's punch some things. Why? Because it's just fun. Now at this part, as you can see, we kind of get buried in the snow here. And if we try to drag a short person, a hobbit or a dwarf, you actually cannot. So we need to carry them over. So you can just press the circle button and you'll pick them up. And like pretty much any tall character can carry any dwarf or hobbit. Now for the sake of this, we're gonna get, just for humor's sake, Legolas to carry Gimli across. He's the first one we need to take across. You do not need to get all of them. And I don't know why he totally just fell out of my grip there. Whoops! Totally just walked right off the edge there. And I have to go pick him up again. That's kind of stinky, but come on, buddy, let's go. We have the friendship to forge. So let's put him down, and this is how we deal with those cracked bricks. Gimli with his axe, and he can also travel through these miniature doors here. Now the ones on the ground here, you have to pretty much jump and attack, and he'll do a miniature butt stomp sort of thing. And that will lower the snow, allowing everyone else to pass. So you don't need to take every short character along. You only just need just the one to actually pass just enough. Now there's a crack brick up here, but as you can see, we cannot jump that high. Legolas, what are you doing? So now we need to play a game of Toss the Dwarf. This is part of the running gags of this game. So basically, just pick Gimli up with a tall character and literally just throw him at it. This will be a common theme throughout the game, and you actually get a trophy for throwing Gimli 30 times. I'm gonna punch this guy to death. That's another part where we can actually get a mini kit. But now that we have this rock on the bottom, other people can pass. They'll catch up eventually. So we have another part here when we need to drag Gimli across the snow. And same thing as before. We need to open this cracked brick and escape down the shaft here. And do the exact same thing all over again. Hopefully everyone should... There we go. A little bit of a delay there to get everyone to show up, but that is a-okay. Yeah, we'll be using Gimli quite a bit. So now we gotta break that and build a makeshift stairwell right here so everyone else can get up, because we're not all high jumpers here. There we go. We're getting quite a lot of use out of this guy right here. Let's get some studs. This may be actually the first chapter which we don't succeed at getting true adventure. Keep on going up the pass. Alright, Legolas, you're not helping me here. There we go. Yeah, even though he's got the daggers, he's not very good at attacking close range. I find other characters are a bit more accurate with that, and a bit faster too. So now, let's shoot some more targets. Whoops. Didn't hold down the button long enough. It didn't switch to shooting mode. So that frees up our bar so we can jump across, and I am doing absolutely terrible today. I am so sorry, guys. There we go. So now we need to build ourselves a fire. But first, we need to find some slats of wood with which to build it. Because we don't have very much use for a fire unless we have something to burn. So there's our second piece, and our third piece is, I believe, in here. Yep. You know, get those studs, Legolas. There we go. And I accidentally dropped that piece and got it to respawn rather than putting it on the fire. There we go. So let's take Sam with this trusty's tinderbox and set up camp. Conveniently, the tent is already here. But nope. Instead of making camp, we're gonna make a weapon instead. And launch ourselves over here. In a roundabout way of speaking, that is. Legolas, being the acrobat of our group, can actually climb these tight ropes. He's the only person who can get up here right now. But first, we gotta get some studs. Now, instead of targets, we have these little arrow poles here, where we basically just shoot an arrow into it, and it will make ourselves a trusty bar, so make sure you shoot all 3 of them. And now we have a high jump spot. Now, Legolas can actually swing across these. If you change your direction on the control pad, he will actually reverse direction. You don't really need to do that now, but you will need to do that for later. So basically just hit the jump button anytime in your jump. You don't have to time it. He'll automatically jump at the right time, provided you are just holding the correct direction. Well, facing the correct direction, that is. There's only 2 ways you can go, so if you're not making the jumps, just make sure you actually have all the arrow posts completed, for lack of a better term, because I found that happening. It's like, why can't I get up? And it's like, oh, because I didn't finish. I don't have another arrow post to leap to. So by lowering the rope, we can allow everybody else to get up here. They'll slowly follow. You can only take one at a time. Don't want that rope to break after all. But we can bust open some other things while we're waiting. So we have another. Sorry, buddy. Another brick we can throw Gimli at. As he hits his face. Sorry about that, bro. There we go. Once again, everybody will catch up eventually. Is this the part where I need Sam for instead? I'm gonna take Gimli across anyway. I might need Sam again for this part. These chapters get so long, it can get kind of weird having to memorize every character you need to bring and when. So let's try it. Nope, I do need Gimli up here. Okay, I'm glad I was right. Lower the snow for everybody else, and let's smash some stuff. Sorry, I kind of talked over that dialogue right there. And we can't pass just that ice wall just yet, but we can build something. Namely, another fire. Glad the game sent Sam up here first. That was rather helpful of them. So let's use that fire to melt it. So just be careful, just keep going, keep on trekking up. Can't get behind there just yet. Alright, my tall characters, where be you? There you are. Now I want Legolas, because it is just so much funnier using him to throw Gimli. I can use any other of my non-Hobbit and Dwarf characters to throw him, but I just think it's funnier this way. Oh, I love smashing sticks up with him. And is that... Yes, this is the Sam part. Sam, where are you, buddy? Sam? Get over here. Apparently the snow is very blinding to me or something, because I can't keep screwing up these jumps. There's also bars on the edge too, so if you fail to make it straight, this part right here that you can see above my head, we actually need rope for that, which we do not have yet, so we will not be getting up there just yet, not until free play. So let's dig! And find ourselves a door to build. Apparently we do a really good job about digging those into the mountain. But alas, we need Gimli down here. So we must make another trip to go back and get him. What are you doing with your axe there, buddy? Up and over the snow. Come on, let's go. Nope. Game can be really fickle about switching characters sometimes. I'm sorry about that. So now, another axe butt stomp. I am doing terrible in this level. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we have another spot we can dig down there. Sam, where did you go? Sam? What are you doing all the way over here? I knew we needed him down here. We just didn't need him down here yet. Use your trusty gardening skills, my friend. Use them well. And that'll build us a trusty bridge. We're going to ignore that. That's the blacksmith blueprint right there. We're going to wait till free play. So now we got to build another fire at this convenient campsite. So let's break down some wood until we find what we need. Nobody was here using this. It's alright. It's all good. Stack that wood. And let that baby up. That's going to melt the ice in front of us for us so we can actually dig it up. And apparently I was sliding on my bum there a little bit. There we go. For some reason it just wouldn't let me get in position there. So our trusty gardening skills have cut us a path for everybody else to follow. There's targets right above our heads, so let's get our trusty elf to shoot them! In doing so, we knock down some stuff to create a beautiful cracked brick to throw our dwarf friend at. No, get up! Now one thing you can do as well, and you will need to use this skill later, you can actually toss Gimli to another character. Like so. But we don't want him to use Boromir. We want to use Legolas. Come here, my friend. Uh-oh.
We must get up the mountain! For the Gap of Rohan!
Gap of Rohan takes us too close to Isengard!
Let us go through the mines of Moria. Let the ring-bearer decide.
We will go through the mines.
So be it.
Dwarf doors are invisible when closed. Yes, Gimli, their own masters cannot find them if their secrets are forgotten.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Alright, so we're here at the door, which is telling us we shall not pass. And we got a checkpoint over here. I'm just collecting some studs really quick here. We're not going to make true adventure this chapter, sadly, but we can still collect a bunch of studs in the meantime that are lying right out in the open. So we need to build ourselves another fire, but we are missing the slats of wood necessary. Once again. You smack that stuff with your frying pan, buddy. So the flats of wood obviously are going to be hidden in various places around this area. Let's get our elf friend to shoot ourselves some posts. Oh, and that is indeed the only one I need. Okay. I was confusing this with another part of the game, where, like I said before, I misjudged how many arrow posts I needed to shoot, and I undershot it, and then wondered why I couldn't get anywhere. So getting down on that platform can be a little tricky there. Because you keep tending to jump across the bar. Let's push this statue down. And build it, friend. There we go. Still looking for those slats of wood, but we're still getting toward the door here. So actually, let's put this one down really quick, just in case I need other characters, which I probably do. Yep, there's one right here. I had a feeling there was one right there, and I believe the other one is to the extreme right. Down on there. And where is that last one? That last one is right up here. Open that up. And shimmy right in there. Gotta get my money's worth out of that crate. There was a purple stud up there, was that not? That is awesome. I forgot that was there entirely. Alright. So occasionally we will have things to push, and by doing so we can't just ram up against it. We actually have to continuously press the circle button to get it to rotate. So keep that in mind at various parts. Yeah, a dwarf jumping an axe in a tree. Somehow I don't believe that's a very good idea. Where is that last piece of wood? I will find it. I thought it was up there, unless I missed something. The standard rule of thumb, break everything. Lego, smash it. Punch it, beat it up, do something. And I'm not sure if we actually need this rock. Because this is all various stuff I can just beat up. Let's throw it at the bottle there. We didn't need to do that, but it's a-okay. It's one of the bonuses for mini kits. Why can I not find that last piece of wood? This is awful. It's here somewhere. We'll find it. And we will break everything until we do. Fortunately, I'm not being very helpful. Oh, I'm sorry here, guys. Due to the cutscenes, these episodes can get pretty on the long side. So there's only so much stuff you tend to remember before you get to the end. Come on, where are you? Did I miss it up here? Thankfully, you automatically jump on the rope, so... Somebody else have it. No, you do not have it. You do not have it. There we go. I finally found it. I didn't remember that you had to smash the bridge there to actually get it to work. So I apologize about that. There we go. So now that we have the door and the fire built, we can burn that down.
Lord of Moria, speak, friend, and enter.
It's a riddle. What's the Elvish word for friend?
Elrond. Oh. 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 Oh.
Well, nuts. That didn't go well at all, did it? So right now we gotta play the waiting game for just a moment. And wait for one of these guys' heads to get stuck. And punch it. Or stab it. Or otherwise... pretty much tell them that we mean business. So let's wait again. This time this is going to be this one. You can tell by the red flashing there. Come on. Get your head stuck so I can stab you. Oh, you want to play that game and throw rocks at me? Well, fine. Come here. Come at me, bro. There we go. Now it's going to be this third one right here. Like I said, you can tell because I'll have the red flashing brick in their neck. Which is their target point you want to punch. And should be a fourth one attacking. There we go. There he is. Leave me alone! We made him mad. Uh-oh. But, as you can see, Gimli is jumping because he wants at him. So if we can avoid being attacked here, let us oblige with this wish. And toss him right over there, right in his face. But he's got Frodo. What are we going to do? We're going to grab our trusty elf friend. And shove an arrow in his eye. That wasn't very nice. Give me my hobbit back. again at this point? No, I think we have to play the waiting game. Yes, indeed we do. So we want to repeat that process. Throw the dwarf! Toss him right over there. I believe, good sir, I asked you to put my hobbit friend down. You'll shoot your eye out. Did that not hit him? There we go. Surprised they got away with that grunt shot in this game. But at last, we have finally completed it. And they're gonna cliffhang it right at the entrance to the mines, and I accidentally skipped that last animation. I'm sorry about that. So we almost made True Adventure. We probably would have made it had I not died so darn many times. But that's alright, we'll get it in free play for sure. So we only get 1 mithril brick instead of 2 for that chapter. Suddenly, it's daytime! But before we end this episode, we have yet another map stone. We're just going to mark this off real quick, right at the entrance to the mines. We do not have very far to go to the next chapter. But, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I'm sorry about the little mishap at the end here. I'm not sure why I couldn't remember where to find that final stud. Well, piece of brick, rather. Not brick, piece of wood. There we go. But yeah, the entrance to the mines is right here, and we're going to take care of that next time. So, once again, apologies for the mishap. We'll do much better in the next chapter. I'll see you then.